Okay. Make sure I got all that squared away. Okay. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR. Oh, you know what? Got to go pop out that chat real quick. We have got to pop out that chat. Put that over there and pin it. Okay, now we can go. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay, coming back at you with a live stream of Sniper Elite VR. My apologies. I streamed this from the Oculus Quest earlier, and when I took a look at the playback, it was terribly out of sync. So much to the point that I did not think it was fair to the game or the developers um, to show that stream with the video and the audio all over the place, because there was moments where I was standing still and you were hearing gunshots. There was moments where I was shooting, but you didn't hear any gunshots. So it was just all over the place. Once again, shout out to the developers and the publisher, CodeSync and Rebellion, who were gracious enough to present a key. And more importantly, big shout out to my good friend Ham VR, who steered me in the direction where I needed to go in order to get a key. So big shout out to everybody. And to retell the story, long story short, I submitted a request for a key for this game. I think the night before it came out, and I checked back after a few days after I didn't get an email, so I went back to the site where I submitted the request, and it turns out that I did not completely scroll over to see that there was a claim key button, and when I hit that key, the code was there. So I probably, if I would have done that and wouldn't have been stuck on stupid, I could have streamed this game a couple of days ago. So, but nonetheless, I'm a couple of days late, but nonetheless, shout out to the developers and him for playing their part in helping me obtain a key. Now, before I get into this game, I did play the Quest version, and the Quest version, the graphics, in my opinion, were very impressive on the Quest version, and the PC version, to me, there wasn't a terrible jump. There wasn't a worldly jump on the PC version. Naturally, the shades, the textures, that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can see all that stuff, but I still thought that the Quest version looked very, very good. I do have the chat popped out, but if you should happen to make a comment and I don't see it, my apologies.
In this age, it is easy to lose sight of what we have. Family, freedom, peace. 40 years ago, the world, this place, were very different. Not a day passes when I do not think of that time, when I'm not thankful that I am still here. Thankful for them. Why did we fight? We fought so they would not have to. So they would never have to live through the horrors we faced. After capturing Sicily, the Allies prepared to assault mainland Italy. While the Nazis strengthened their defenses in the south, we partisans fought to weaken them and hasten the end of fascist control of our homeland. The town
Okay.
of Pazzano was under attack. We fought to hold the Nazis back and to buy time for my partisan comrades to capture one of their artillery pieces.
All right, now this is the one area where I definitely have to speak about the differences between the Quest version and the PC version. The PC version definitely has more assets, better textures, shading, that kind of stuff. But looking out there and seeing those buildings, resolution-wise, I dare say that the Quest had the sharper picture. And I know people are going to think I'm out of my mind for saying this, but the Quest had the sharper picture. But when you look at this right here on the Quest version, all these rocks are in here. But yeah, that's the biggest difference you notice with the Quest version, is all these rocks aren't here. This table and these chairs and stuff are here. I can't remember if these barrels were here. But definitely these rocks weren't here.
I needed a rifle.
I'll grab the rifle here in a second, but yeah, the biggest thing that was the thing that jumped out to me when I first saw this scene right here, is that I thought the Quest version looked sharper. So, because of, and then looking at the graphics, you know, that same building dead in front of me, the Quest version doesn't look too far off from that. There's still fire coming from those windows. There's still smoke coming from the Quest version of it. So, I would probably say the Quest version, that tree right there, the PC version, the leaves, you know, you see these green leaves and you see these reddish burgundy looking leaves there too, whereas the Quest version, the leaves were all the same color, but it was still leaves there, no less. And I would probably say the way those trees are made, the textures and stuff like that, is not too far off from the Quest. So all this makes me say, I don't know whether to give them absolute praise for how good they made the Quest version look, because the Quest version of this game might be arguably, oh well, I see a notice a little bit difference right there too. You see the like the ashes floating in the air from the burning building. I don't think I noticed that in the Quest version. Great Tantrum, what's up? You said the Quest version had bad foveated rendering. I guess I didn't really pay attention to that. But everything that I saw straight ahead, I thought the Quest version had the sharper picture. And people are going to think I'm out of my mind for saying that. Now again, the PC version has got the better lighting, better textures, you know, and more objects. As I was saying before, in the Quest version, all these bricks are in here. All these rocks and bricks and stuff, that's not on the Quest version. So, but yeah, I don't know. You know, I have to go back and be certain. But first glance, I felt like the Quest version had the sharper picture in terms of the clarity and the resolution. But the PC had more assets and stuff. So let's move on.
And bullets too. I moved to the window. The town was already burning. took a few moments to test the weapon and my aim. I rushed to rechamber the rifle. Before leaving, I used the radio to send my position to my comrades.
So if it so it breaks down to higher resolution or better graphics. Did you try the Quest 2 PC version? Yeah, I mean, and again, first glance, I felt like the Quest 2 standalone was better, had a sharper picture than the Quest 2 using, using Oculus Link. And that's crazy to say. So I'm saving the checkpoint here. So yeah, I did get both. So I requested an Oculus key. So by getting one, I got the other.
Although it seemed hopeless, Dante led from the front, rallying us to hold the walls. I had to get to Dante and help him.
So now that I'm out here, again, the Quest version, all this ashes that you see floating everywhere, from the burning building, I don't think that was in the Quest. And then when I stepped out the door and there was an explosion, I can't say I recall whether that truck flipped over or not from the explosions. Quest with Link is not as good as standalone. That is something. But can you say Quest 2 with Link is still better than Rift S? This is the way I feel. The Rift S and Quest 2 with the Oculus Link, I feel like this Rift S version looks about as good as the Quest 2. It's just a slight screen door effect that you're dealing with. But the reason I've gone back to the Rift S is because it's a native PC headset, so it doesn't stress my PC as much as a Quest 2 with the link cable, because Quest 2 with the link cable, the signal has to be compressed, sent to the headset, and then decompressed. That makes my PC work harder. So I've elected to go back to the Rift S, depending on what game I'm playing. If it's a game that doesn't stress my PC out too much, then I'll go ahead and use the Quest 2 with the link cable. But I just I don't feel like the double the pixels that I'm getting from the Quest 2 makes enough of a difference.
Before I could reach him, Dante was gone. I would mourn later, but first, I had an enemy to kill.
All right. Well, the PC version's got a little bit better color on the X-ray kills. Got an achievement. Oh, right through his jaw, shattered his jaw. Move. Move to position.
Our leader, my friend, had given his life begging the Allies to send help. We didn't know if it was coming, but for his sake, we hoped and we fought on.
So, said I know they're pushing Quest 2, but I still don't understand why Facebook discontinued the Rift S. It still has a place for PC-based VR. I agree. But you know what? Oh boy, I would be like, people are gonna say I'm crazy for saying that, and I can't really say for certain, but I think what's gonna happen is when PlayStation VR 2 comes out, I think people are gonna go back to developing games for PC VR, because now that we've seen the controllers for the PSVR 2, they meet industry standards in terms of like everybody's using the same universal kind of controllers, which this is something I don't like, is seeing these controllers in my hand like this. But still, so now when somebody makes a game for the PS5 for PSVR 2, I'd like to think that they'll be able to port it right over to PC, because most PC headsets use the same type of controllers. Thumbsticks, AB, left, all the trigger, grip, all that stuff, and vice versa. Any game that they develop for PC, they'll be able to port it over to PS5 and PSVR 2. That being said, that's going to give developers a bigger revenue stream. I think PSVR 2 combined with PC creates enough headsets out there that it would be worth it for them to go ahead and make a PC version of a game. So I think once that happens, maybe the next Quest that comes out, maybe it's, maybe the technology will make it better. Maybe it'll have the ability to work natively with a PC and not have to decompress these signals and that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm just kind of theorizing at this point. I got to get rid of some of these dudes. Oh, right through the cheekbone. Oops. All right, let's move. Oh! Ouch! I definitely think this game's got good sound effects though. Oh!
The tanks had arrived and we had nothing that could stop them. Our comrades had to capture that artillery gun.
Oh, right on the chin. Hit him right on the cleft.
The captured artillery destroyed the tank and bought us another chance.
And I didn't even see that. Okay, so you say there is a next generation standalone tech that is capable of ray tracing. So it is not far-fetched to believe Quest 3 might be powerful enough to play most of the highest VR titles. Which I can get behind that. What I'm hoping for, I guess it kind of doesn't matter because my son and I, we got on the waiting list for the Deca gear. I'd like to think that with that being a native PC headset, it's not going to stress my PC as much as the Quest 2 does. I guess what I'm kind of hoping for from Quest 3 is that you would get the same performance that you would get out of a native PC headset, but it doesn't stress your PC as much.
The Nazi attack had been a reprisal for the death of a senior German officer. The kill ordered by Dante, the fatal bullet fired by me. The Germans knew we were responsible, and they struck back without mercy, killing partisans and villagers alike. It was a slaughter. With Dante's death, we'd lost our leader. It would have been easy for us to give up, to lose hope. Instead, we strengthened our resolve. We would need it for what was still to come.
So this is the part that I really couldn't understand. Is having to go to this fire range. Do you have the PSVR version? No, I did not ask for the PSVR version. I didn't see any point because I would rather play. See, there's a trade-off with the PSVR version. If you're using the aim controller, it feels more natural to hold that aim controller and shoot at the enemies, but it comes at the expense of losing the manual loading. And I think, to me, with 6 degrees of freedom, with your free hands being able to move around, I think that's the beauty of using a sniper rifle in VR, is to work that bolt. Whereas on the PlayStation VR version, you press a button and it loads for you. So I would rather play the PC and the Quest version over the PSVR version. Not only that, enough people like some of the the usual suspects when it comes to the bigger VR YouTubers, they all said the same. They said that the PSVR version was blurry. They said the scope was sharp, the picture within the scope was sharp, but the game was blurry. So I didn't see any point in asking for the PSVR version. I think enough YouTubers have already told us the universal same thing, that it was blurry.
Dante and his partisans needed an isolated place to hide out and train, and my father wanted to help. Our home became the headquarters for the local resistance.
So now we got to go to the shooting range.
My father taught me to shoot.
And just like the Virtual Boys, Sugarhead Gaming and VR Realm said, I don't get why they started you on the campaign. You complete a mission and then they send you to the firing range. It seemed like you would start out that way. It allows move controllers, but we all know how that goes. Yeah, exactly.
He would stay here for hours, making me practice with his Carcano M91, a relic from the Great War. critiquing every shot.
All right.
I drew on the hours I had spent with Father's rifle. Calmness, focus, breathing. These were the skills I honed.
Oh, I didn't know it right there. I pulled the left trigger to zoom in. Oh, shoot. It's late. There we go.
I knew where each shot would land before I even pulled the trigger.
Let's see here. You said touch controllers is 100% better than moves. The aim is a good idea, yet, like you said, downgraded from loading immersion. Exactly. Now, being honest, honestly speaking, I think the graphics look pretty good. But Medal of Honor does look better. But I mean, that's to be expected given the file size. I mean, the PC version of this game, the file size is 7 gigs, whereas Medal of Honor is 165 gigs. Now, the Quest version of this game, I'd say the file is pretty big for a Quest version. The Quest version of this game, the file size is 4 gigs. That's pretty big. And a lot of Quest games are a gig or less. When you have a Quest game and the file size is like 2 gigs or bigger, it means that that Quest game is going to have some decent looking graphics or it's got a lot of content.
An ugly weapon, but effective.
So I guess there's a couple of ways that you can throw this grenade. You can hold the trigger to throw it, to create an arc so you can throw it, or I think you can physically pull that pin out and throw it on your own.
Speed of thought and action. The shot became natural, like throwing a stone.
So again, you know, the Quest version had the sharper the resolution, the sharper picture, but this PC version, you know, it's got better lighting, shadows, stuff like that, and stuff looks more realistic on the PC version. But again, you know, that the Quest version isn't much, you know, that they're not worlds apart. You know, if you look at the Quest version and then you come over to the PC version, you're not going to say, oh my God, you know, what a difference. You're going to notice the lighting and shadows and stuff like that, but you're not going to do a backflip. You're going to say it's not too far off from the Quest version. So the Quest version is very impressive.
I trained at every opportunity, pushing myself to perfect my skills. I had to improve with the pistol. It had advantages over the rifle in close quarters.
One second here. Ah!
I began to feel at one with the weapon.
Okay. So, you said Deca Gear is going to be the dream headset. Super resolution and graphics, but damn it, you need a super PC also. I think you're going to need a super PC to get the most out of it, but I don't think you're going to need a super PC to I don't know. I mean, see, the resolution is going to be, I think, 2160 or whatever. So it's going to be a 4K headset. It's going to be it's going to have eye and like facial tracking, because it's got cameras on the inside for the eye tracking and facial tracking and stuff. The Move controllers, the controllers are going to look like the Oculus Touch controllers, but they're going to function like the Valve Knuckles controllers. So all your fingers and stuff, you'll be able to use them, because I guess the controllers will be able to detect all your fingers. And it's $450, which sounds too good to be true. But I trusted this headset. I want to trust that the headset is going to work, because Steam is working with them to make sure that this headset is functional. So I guess my biggest question is going to be the tracking of this headset. It does have 4 cameras on the outside, just like the Quest 2 and the Rift S. Well, the Rift S has got 5 cameras. So you said Deca Gear. For me, PC is good for the Rift S. To get a super resolution headset means I need to upgrade my PC, but to upgrade is too expensive right now for me. I am waiting on a 3080. As soon as I can get a new one at retail, I'm jumping on it.
I soon lost count of the hours I spent at those ranges. My comrades' lives might depend on me hitting my target. These weapons could be devastating if controlled properly.
I hit the target, but I missed the Oh, my score is gonna suck. I did much better on the Quest.
Precision
Not too
mattered
good.
less than speed.
All right, let's move on to the next one. And I guess here you set up your loadouts.
In the early days, we had to make do with what we had, doing our best to pick the right tool for the job. We often had to gather what weapons and supplies we could from the battlefield, slowly improving our arsenal.
Okay, so it says place your favorite weapons into these loadout crates, and they'll be shipped off to the various partisan safe houses for use within missions. Each consignment must have a rifle, a secondary, and a sidearm. So you got Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and all. You see your choices of weapons. It's all the same stuff. So we'll put this in here. And basically, you're dropping the same loadout in all the crates. All right, loadout saved. I don't even really care about that.
Over
Let's
time,
move on. I'm
the
into the
repetition
story.
of training helped me to separate the shots from the lives I took.
Complete the missions gets 5 kills with grenades or explosives. All right.
In the moments before his death, Dante had made contact with the Allies and begged them for help. We could only keep fighting, hope that they heard, and pray they would be here in time. The artillery had loosened the Nazis' grip and we pushed forward. From the tower, I could slow the enemy, but we would need help from above to stop them.
So I'm full. Ooh-wee. Thank you for coming out in the open.
Father had taken charge of the unit,
Reinforcements
but
on the
he
way.
was no leader. As the enemy closed
Look
in
how
on
quick
us,
that truck pulled
I
up.
knew only I could save my comrades from being overrun.
Snipe combo broken. Oh, probably for taking a shot and missing.
enemy's pleas had worked. The Allies had sent a
Oh!
to try to cut off.
Almost got the right nut. Oh, that cheekbone. Combo broken because I shot and missed. Damn it.
It wasn't much, but if it could destroy the bridges, it might be enough.
We gotta head upstairs. Bust them kraut balls. It says I need a new motherboard, 32 gigabytes, 3-4 hertz of system RAMs, i9, i10 based on Intel CPU, in NVM2 SSD, at least 1-2 terabytes, and at least a 3060 Ti or better. Well, I'm shooting for a 3080. If it comes down to it, I'm willing to take a 3070 Ti.
Father had to fall back. The area was too overrun, and it was up to me to hold off before the bomber arrived.
Asshole. Oh, that shattered a few pieces. Grab one of these.
Even in the face of our own deaths, the bravery of that crew inspired us.
What? The enemy has overrun us. Oh my god. I thought I was doing a good job taking them out.
The artillery had loosened the Nazis' grip, and we pushed forward. From the tower, I could slow the enemy, but we would need help from above to stop them.
I hope they're not making me start this entire mission over.
Father had taken charge of the unit, but he was no leader. As the enemy closed in on us, I knew only I could save my comrades from being overrun. Dante's pleas had worked. The Allies had sent a bomber to try to cut off the enemy.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Sniper combo broken. Damn. Broke that collarbone.
It wasn't much, but if it could destroy the bridges, it might be enough.
Let's grab one of these explosives.
Father had to fall back. The area was too overrun, and it was up to me to hold off before the bomber arrived.
Oh shit. Oh, I took a hit. I took a hit. Oh God. Let's try it one more time. And I'm getting hungry. And I gotta get ready for work in the morning.
The artillery had loosened the Nazis' grip and we pushed forward. From the tower, I could slow the enemy, but we would need help from above to stop them. Father had taken charge of the unit, but he was no leader. As the enemy closed in on us, I knew only I could save my comrades from being overrun.
Oh my God.
Dante's pleas had worked. The Allies had sent a bomber to try to cut off the enemy.
Shit.
It wasn't much, but if it could destroy the bridges, it might be enough.
Oh, I gotta go upstairs again. I forgot.
Father had to fall back. The area was too overrun, and it was up to me to hold off before the bomber arrived.
Damn! Died. Okay. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm getting hungry. But I'll definitely come back and play this because I do want to finish this game. So I guess I'll be flopping back and forth between this game and Medal of Honor. Also, don't forget that I'm slowly going to be transitioning, making the transition. So I will include some VR sports titles multiplayer, that kind of good stuff. So, but you know, this isn't the place to get too deep into that. But I would definitely say, like, especially if you want to buy this for the Quest, I definitely recommend it, because I'm definitely impressed with the graphics they did with the Quest. I kind of feel like the graphics on this is kind of what you would expect. The graphics are good, but I guess it's kind of like somewhat what you would expect. But those X-ray kills get a little satisfying too. You know, when you see that you ride the bullet and you wonder where it's gonna hit. So it's pretty cool. This game, for those, I'm sure everybody knows by now, this game sells for $29.99. Myself, if you had all three, the Quest, and you had a gaming PC, which would allow you to play the PC version, and you had a PlayStation VR, I would recommend buying the Oculus version, because that gives you the PC version of the game as well as the Quest standalone version of the game. So you would essentially get two versions of the game for one price. I would definitely recommend that. And I think that's a much better value than the PSVR version. Although if you got the PSVR version, I imagine that wouldn't be a bad thing either. But I definitely like the immersion of manual reloading, of having to pull that bolt back myself and push it forward. So I definitely like that. And then as far as holding the rifle steady, it doesn't jump around as bad as I thought it would. But you will, when you get hit though, your body does jerk around a little bit. So if you got a steady aim on someone and you get shot, you're gonna lose it. So with that, I think that's pretty good. Hopefully when I come back and look at the playback on this, I doubt that it's going to be out of sync, because this isn't a situation like the Oculus Quest stream that I did earlier, when you got three separate sources inputting into the OBS, and if one of them goes wrong, it throws everything out of sync. So that's why I came back and did the PC version, because I knew it would not be out of sync. So again, to put a bow tie on this, I am highly impressed with the graphics on the Quest version of this. I think they did a damn good job on the Quest version of this. This looks pretty good too. But I think it's a situation where if you got the Oculus Quest but you don't have a PC, I don't think it's a big deal, because I think the Quest version still looks pretty damn good. So with that, again, shout out to Code Sync and Rebellion for providing a key. Shout out to Ham VR, who pointed me in the direction that I needed to go to submit a request for a key. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and hang it up. Thanks everybody for watching. You guys know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king. And deuces. Have a good night, everybody. We'll catch you later.